OPQ Office of Quality Surveillance appreciates the invitation to speak at this year's Electronic Drug Registration and Listing Workshop. In this presentation, I will be providing an update on FDA's Drug Amount Reporting Program. Our office believes that everyone deserves confidence in their next dose of medicine. Pharmaceutical quality assures the availability, safety, and efficacy of every dose. After this presentation, you will learn about the key features of the Drug Amount Reporting Final Guidance that was issued earlier this year. Get more insight on Drug Amount Report submission structure. And learn a few tips on how to successfully upload drug amount reports. FDA updated the time frame for submitting drug amount reports. Reports for calendar year 2023 should be submitted no later than July 31, 2024. Reports for subsequent calendar years should be submitted no later than March 31 of the following calendar year. This means that reports for calendar year 2024 should be submitted no later than March 31, 2025. I would like to note that the portal is still open for registrants who have not yet submitted their calendar year 2023 reports. FDA clarified reporting for registrants across the drug supply chain, including contract manufacturers. This means that contract manufacturers should provide the amount of drug that they themselves manufactured, rather than the amount that other registrants further downstream in the drug supply chain manufactured. FDA clarified that in addition to reporting amount of active pharmaceutical ingredients manufactured, API manufacturers should also provide activity data for drugs formulated by activity, for example, heparin. If you have any question about reporting activity data for APIs, please do reach out to us using the contact information provided at the end of this presentation. FDA also implemented improved checks for errors in the portal. Submitters now receive informed notifications about errors that they may encounter during report submission. This slide shows the flowchart for submitting drug amount reports. It takes into consideration whether you're submitting a report for an API or a drug product. If you're submitting a report for an API, then the amount should be reported by mass or volume. This means that the unit of measure could be kilogram or liters. If you're submitting a report for drug product not in finished package form, for example, finished drug for further processing, then drug amount should be reported by dosage form unit. So, unit of measure could be number of tablets or capsules. If you're submitting a report for drug product in finished package form, then drug amount should be reported by number of packages. In the next 3 slides, I will highlight some of the data elements used in submitting drug amount reports, with emphasis on those data elements that were added in the final guidance. This slide contains data elements used in submitting reports for active pharmaceutical ingredients. Establishment dons, business operation, and NDC data elements are required for successful submission of a drug amount report. Mass/volume and unit of measure data elements are used to submit the amount of API manufactured. Activity unit of measure, average activity, and minimum activity data elements are optional and will only be used for drugs formulated by activity. And as I mentioned earlier, please reach out to us if you have any question about submitting activity data. The slide contains data elements used in submitting reports for drug product not in finished package form. Source NDC data element is used by repackers and relabelers to identify the NDC of the drugs that they received for repacking or relabeling. Quantity manufactured data element is used to submit the amount of drug that was manufactured. Quantity distributed non-US data element is used to submit the amount of the drug that was distributed outside of the United States. Quantity distributed is only needed if you intend to use drug amount reporting to fulfill 21 CFR 314.81 for the drug being reported. Intended to fulfill 21 CFR 314.81 data element is used to indicate if the report will be used to fulfill annual report requirements for new drug and abbreviated new drug application. This slide contains data elements used in submitting reports for drug product in finished package form. Outermost quantity manufactured data element is used to submit the amount of the drug that was manufactured based on the drug's outermost packaging. Outermost quantity distributed non-US data element is used to submit the amount of the drug that was distributed outside of the United States, and again is only needed if you intend to use drug amount reporting to fulfill 21 CFR 314.81 for the drug being reported. Innermost quantity manufactured data element is used to submit the amount of the drug that was manufactured based on the drug's innermost packaging. Innermost quantity distributed non-US data element is used to submit the amount of the drug that was distributed outside of the United States and is only needed if you intend to use drug amount reporting to fulfill 21 CFR 314.81 for the drug being reported. I would like to note that the outermost data elements are required for all drug product in finished package form, while innermost data elements are only required for finished drug products with multi-level packaging. Please review the technical conformance guide for more information on how these data elements are used in submitting drug amount reports. This slide contains some useful tips for uploading drug amount data using CSV file. Please remember to read the CSV template instructions and be sure to use the correct template for the drug type being submitted. Use spreadsheet application like Microsoft Excel or Google Sheets to populate the file. And save submission files as CSV extension instead of using Excel XLSX extension. And before submitting your report, please open the saved file in a word processing application like Notepad or MS Word to check for problems like leading zeros in establishment DUNS data element, or rows with only commas, which could indicate an empty row or record. Please take a moment to answer this challenge question. Which of the following statement is not true? A. Reports for calendar year 2024 should be submitted no later than March 31, 2025. B. API amount is reported by mass or volume. C. Contract manufacturers are not required to submit drug amounts. And D. Report structure for drug amount is based on drug type and packaging. The correct answer is C. Contract manufacturers are indeed required to submit drug amounts. This slide contains useful links on FDA drug amount reporting program. We have links to the drug amount reporting guidance, Drug Amount Reporting Technical Conformance Guide, and a reference guide for reporting drug amount. We also have links to the NextGen portal that is used in submitting drug amount reports, and website for account sign up by registrants or their authorized agents. This concludes my presentation, and thank you for listening. I'm happy to take questions during the Q&A panel section.